So I have launched my own playlisting service, and it's probably not what you think it is. If you are watching this channel, there's a decent chance that you've seen a video I put together called, I tried 16 different promo services. Here's what happened. I'll link to it somewhere on the screen here. That's my most popular video at this point. I mean, it's not that popular. It has like 50,000 views. I don't get recognized in public very often for it. That's kind of what a lot of people know me for. And so I've been testing a bunch of different things basically over the course of honestly the last decade, but on this YouTube channel for the past couple of years. And I have decided after all that testing that I am going to run playlisting campaigns for artists. Now, the reason that it's not what you think it is because it is not pitching music to curators, which is what I'm guessing you think it is. You thought that, didn't you? It is not doing that. I'm not going to have a network of playlist curators and pitch music. I did PR that was basically pitching people for like 5 or 6, something like that, years, and I really did not enjoy it. So I'm not going to manage a network of playlist curators or build something that's better than SubmitHub or Playlist Push. No, not going to happen. What I am going to do is use the meta advertising stuff that I've been doing for my own music and for my clients' music and put that into practice in running ad campaigns to playlists. I'll break down in more detail, obviously, what that looks like, but the long and short of it is we're going to run meta ad campaigns to help you build a popular playlist so that you have a source of streams for your own music rather than having to rely on third-party playlist curators. This is something that you can absolutely do for yourself, but I'm going to offer a service to help you do it. So if you're interested in just hearing how I'm thinking about it, keep watching, and we'll flip around to the old computer screen, and I'll get into the details of how this playlisting service is going to work. Okay, so here we are at the computer screen, and here is my fancy sales page for the service. So the whole premise of this is that rather than pitching your music to curators and playlists that you do not own, you're promoting your own playlist. So the way that it works is that you basically make a playlist that perfectly fits your music. You send us that playlist. We promote it using meta ads, and then hopefully you get a playlist that is popular and that you can put your music on, and that'll get you streams and followers for a longer term. I'm not just going to read through the sales page like it's some PowerPoint or something, but the gist is basically that traditional playlisting looks something like this, where you have this spike and then you're off of it. Engagement stats aren't super high, and you're obviously back down as soon as you get taken off the playlist. Whereas when you promote your own playlist, it's basically like using meta ads in general, but you have a slower growth, and then you have a longer tail to the campaign, because even if we stop promoting your playlist with ads, you still have a playlist with followers. And so even if they don't stream it as often as when we're running ads to it, it basically lasts longer. So that's the whole gist. Here's some examples. Again, I'm not going to read through it all like a PowerPoint, he says, while proceeding to read through it like a PowerPoint. But yeah, I just wanted to show you for how it works too. This is one of my own playlists. I've talked about it, I think, on the channel before. Chill worship kind of fits in my genre. This song especially is like chill worship-ish music. And I have a couple other of my songs. Here's one with me and my brother Tom. A playlist that I made that I've run ads to, currently getting close to 4,000 streams. And then just in terms of the spend, that has been $634.51. That is exactly what it's been. And you can see overall per click to Spotify, 11 cents. And then in terms of how many streams that's driven, it's getting close to 15,000 streams. Having run a bunch of these now, I can tell you this is one of the better outcomes rather than an average or below average outcome, but $634, 15,000 streams. And if I just cut the ad spend right now, which I'm not planning to do, but it would just keep trickling in over the long term. That's kind of what gave me the idea to offer this as a service for other people. And then here's just a quick look inside the ad account that we're using to run these campaigns. We got 13 campaigns running right now, an average per view content, so per click over to Spotify, of 20 cents, which I would like to see go down over time. I'm hoping we can get that lower. And we've had a couple of our first campaigns that we've been running are just getting ready to wrap up. This is the very first campaign that we ran. It'll have spent about $150, and it'll get close to 1,000 saves over about a month. So that is some of the results. Honestly, this is one of the better results. I've also had a campaign, 62 cents per result. I don't even think we're at 100 saves on that playlist, or maybe not even 50. So that's kind of been the extreme range of outcomes. So obviously a campaign where it's this pricey and we only have 50 followers on the playlist, we're going to get to $150 in ad spend, and we will not have that many followers on the playlist. But I wanted to make it worthwhile for people, and so I do offer a guarantee of 300 playlist followers at the different pricing levels. I offer these different guarantees, and basically the way we'll do that is this is all inside of our ad account using our card to run the ad spend. And so if we don't get to the level of followers and streams that we say in these packages, we basically just keep spending, so we eat the ad cost. And the game in my mind is like, well, if I can just be good enough at this to make sure that in almost every case I hit these numbers, and the guarantee is really a no-brainer, but in the cases where we don't, we just keep running and spending the ads until we do get it for you. So that's how that works, so that even if you don't have like a killer campaign, you're still going to get your numbers. All right, so that is the sitch with the playlisting service. If this is something that you're interested in, the obvious call to action is that I do have that sales page that we looked at in this video on my website. I'll put the link to that somewhere below this video. And if you are not interested in doing that, absolutely no worries. And I also just have to say, anytime I'm talking about this stuff, you can totally do this yourself. You can absolutely set these sorts of ads up. And honestly, it's going to be less expensive if you do it that way, because you won't have to pay somebody like me to do the management and the setup. So have a membership to help with that. You can also just look up my YouTube video on how to run meta ads, or Andrew Southworth's, or any number of smart people. So yeah, it's definitely a tactic that works, and hopefully this just gets your brain whirring. Regardless of whether you work with us or not, as always, here's wishing you good luck making and marketing your own music. You got this.